YouTube
What?
by Facebook for audio.
We don't play any music.
They're
Right.
saying something about rights or some shit like that.
I wonder if we
Right.
got a hater on there just supporting.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because it
Yeah, I
was
don't
doing
know,
fine
but
for a while.
I just declined it. It was like, yeah, we got the rights. We're not doing anything that we shouldn't be able to use.
Right. This is all you guys' original work.
It probably is somebody a hater on there, man.
It is because I've been watching it. Like my mom watches it from YouTube,
Yeah, YouTube.
and she
No, it
would
was
have
actually
been.
flagged on Facebook.
Oh shit!
No,
Yeah,
that's full of them. That's full of
yeah. You know they hate
full of
us because they ain't
questionable
us.
questions.
That's you already know they hate us because they ain't us. Like,
Because haters gonna hate and haters gonna hate. Yeah.
and you're just making an ass of yourself.
I know Jamie said that to me on the boat too. Country girls, you guys know Jamie.
Yes.
Yeah. She's like haters gonna hate. I was like, hey. Anyway, here, man. Should we play the music, man, and let them hate?
Yeah, let them hate for me.
I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you. I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you.
Like, ooh, wee.
That's awesome. That's
In a bag, a custom bag, take it out of the custom bag, in a custom box, open up a custom box, custom bottle. It's like, man, I'm gonna put this on my little thing and just hold on to it until I'm 62.
Ooh, you drink that, you gonna pass out.
No, pass it down, you know. I could never. I mean,
Generation to generation.
Like, what's so special about this bottle? This is Jay-Z's. Made it himself, hand pressed, and was at it.
Hi, viewers.
Good morning. Here, let me put on Bari's screen so I can see.
Get our chats up because we got chatters this morning. Good morning.
There we go. You can see the chats. Get my hands back here. There we go. Wow. Oh, I didn't even notice I got bracelets on.
Oh, what?
You had a custom. Yeah. I see you had a custom little band on this weekend, man. Did you already have that one?
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh, okay.
That was nice.
Okay. Trying to get it right, man. Yeah, so good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Canna-Joe Morning Show Live. Today is Tuesday, June 21st. It must be the 21st. If yesterday was the 20th.
Yeah.
I'm Michael. What up?
Leisha, the producer. Hey, y'all.
Guys, what's up? I'm Jenny.
Hey Jenny, what's popping? No,
I'm
sorry.
High five, Michael. They don't do that.
Yeah, come on, man. Throw these all the way around. There you go. Let's go. Minnesota, Melissa, what up? It was nice to see you on the phone.
Hey, Melissa, thanks for the gifts.
Ooh, Melissa, thank you.
Everybody icy? No.
Yeah.
I'm saying icy because I literally have an icy. You know, when it got really hot outside, you know, my house, my office specifically gets like an oven. Like, it's so hot, man. Like, I didn't even want to bring my coffee up here. I left it in the kitchen. Came with an icy, man. Yes. That weather yesterday was bad.
Oh, yes, it was.
I hope everybody's okay. Shout out to Dab and Dave.
Shout out Devin Day.
Dab at. Oh, man.
Oh,
Dab
she's
at.
where my hands go. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
you
I
got the
can't dab.
controller. Joystick dabber.
Dabbing, dabbing.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
welcome. You're
Hope that is
welcome.
good. Hope he's feeling great. What we got today, Bart?
We do have a couple of stories for you guys today. First one, medical marijuana legalization is linked to reduced drunk driving and safer roads.
I told you guys.
Yeah, this is a study from auto insurance data. So, you know,
See?
they have
They own it.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. We got Michael Wilson is in here.
Hey.
Speaking of, you know, I decided to give up smoking weed and bongs.
Oh,
I bought
okay.
myself a dugout. I'm just gonna do dugouts from now on. I
Ooh.
realize when I smoke too much, it makes it difficult to think quickly.
I agree on that.
Anyways.
That's what I want, to find something nice, like a little, you know, something like that. Because I know if I just smoke too much, it's just like, yeah, I don't care what y'all do, just go.
They'll probably save on weed too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably save on weed. So how do I save on mushrooms?
That's a great question. I'm still trying to figure that
Bite
out.
a piece at a time.
Bite a piece.
Just bite a piece at a time.
Hey, I can't hear if
Michael is on Zoom.
He's muted. Hey, we wanted to I could see you on the Zoom, but we wanted to get you on the Oculus. So in order for us to hear your audio, you had to join the Zoom and then join the actual workrooms on your Oculus. So Vari, can you drop the, oh, actually, I can do this right here.
Okay.
And while I'm doing this, Vari, you can go ahead and start with the article.
So auto insurance premiums decreased in states following the legalization of medical marijuana, according to a new study that builds on existing research, signaling that cannabis reform is associated with reduced risk of dangerous driving, contrary to prohibitionist arguments. A study published this month in the Journal of Health Economics analyzed insurance data from 2014 and 2019, and it found that premiums dropped by about $22 per year on average after states enacted legalization. Study authors also think that they may have something to do with reduced drunk driving in those states, signaling a possible substitution effect whereby people switch from alcohol to cannabis.
Good deal.
$22 premium reduction might not seem significant on its face, but the reason for that decline is what's important. Access to medical cannabis seems to be linked to better road safety, which translates into significant cost savings, both collectively for people paying insurance premiums and overall for health-related expenditures related to auto accidents. The analysis determined that medical cannabis legalization has reduced auto insurance premiums by $1.5 billion in all states that have currently legalized, with the potential to reduce premiums by an additional $900 million if the remaining states were to legalize. Fine total of $2.4 billion in potential payment reductions for drivers under nationwide medical cannabis access.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty significant.
Wow.
Because auto insurance premiums are directly tied to property damage and health outcomes, we find evidence of a positive social impact of medical cannabis on auto safety, the study said. Fewer health expenditures, auto claims has meant about $820 million annually and cost savings in legal medical marijuana states, the study says. And there's a potential for an additional 350 million annual savings if cannabis is legalized across the country.
Wow, that's awesome.
That is. What makes this study so unique is that it focuses on auto insurance trends, whereas most research into the relationship between marijuana reform and road safety have looked at data on traffic fatalities. That paints an incomplete picture. However, the researchers said because of a small fraction of car accidents involve fatalities. The existing literature misses over 99.5% of auto crashes. Auto insurers cover 67% of all medical and property damage from automobile accidents. Through this lens, we paint a more comprehensive picture. The zip code-based analysis found that reductions in annual premium costs is stronger in areas directly exposed to a dispensary, suggesting increased access to cannabis drives the results. Isn't that something? In addition, we find relatively large declines in premiums in areas with relatively high drunk driving rates prior to medical legalization. This latter result is consistent with substitutability.
Yeah, what a word.
There we go. Across substances that is argued in the literature. Cameron Ellis, a co-author and researcher at Temple University, told Marijuana Moment that he believes the main takeaway is that even though driving while high is dangerous, medical cannabis legalization can actually make the road safer by reducing the prevalence of drunk driving enough to outweigh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm so glad. Like, I like this because I had a relative killed by a drunk driver on the highway. So this is good.
And, you know, people who are in legal states or live close to a dispensary can feel better knowing that being in that proximity actually makes them a little bit more safer.
Safer?
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody going nowhere.
And if they are, they're doing like a half a mile an hour. Turning their music down so they can see better and shit.
All the time. That's weird.
Same.
I wait for the stop sign to turn green.
It's not just the. I've never done that. No, not once. But it's not just the substitution effect theory that's in play. While studies have consistently found that people use cannabis as a substitute for other drugs, including alcohol and prescription drugs, the other factor that could be that even people who use both alcohol and marijuana are more likely to stay home or go to house parties instead of drinking at bars.
Oh, facts.
The individual effects we find are very small, $22 per year on your auto insurance, but they definitely add up since so many people have auto insurance. Researchers from the University of Arkansas at Little Rock and Eastern Kentucky University also participated in the study. Paul Armentano, deputy director of NORML, told Marijuana Moment that the new findings are consistent with those of prior analyses assessing the relationship between medical cannabis access and traffic safety, showing no uptick in motor vehicle accidents, and in some instances, a downturn in accidents, particularly those specific to those driving under the influence of alcohol or opiates. It's awesome.
Yes.
There's a bunch more here that you can read. I think this is all stuff that we're talking about, different studies and stuff, separate from the one they did here. I'm gonna drop the link in the comments if you guys want to read through that. More than welcome to. There's some good information there. Good morning, Louis. Good morning, Facebook user. Good morning, Jody. Good morning, Jessica. What up? And Facebook user again. What up? What up? Oh, is that Davin? Maybe it's Davin Dave. We just can't see who he is. But,
All right.
this thing. we go.
Jessica is on. Judy's on.
Yeah. So looks like Mike's still.
Yeah, we're still working on it, but if you want to.
Good morning, Facebook user.
My fault. I was muted. Yeah, we're still working on getting Michael set up. Var, if you want to do your next article. Yeah, Michael, I put the Canna-Joe link in the chats in Zoom. You can click that from your Zoom, and then when you get into it, click on join from Oculus.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, I thought that guy on that picture had like a VR set on too.
Me too.
Is it a VR set or is that binoculars? He's being known.
I don't know. It looked like
It looks like the bar.
Yeah, it's a bar for a mirror on the side of a
Yeah.
for a bus or something.
It didn't look like that to me.
It's funny. So in Rochester, New York, the aroma of marijuana at a concert or festival is nothing new, but there's newfound freedom for cannabis users now that the law is on their side. Recreational marijuana was legalized in New York State in 2021, and people can smoke it in most places. A cigarette would be allowed.
Wow, lucky. Yes.
At the CGI Rochester International Jazz Festival, people were enjoying the newfound freedom. I don't think there's a difference between cigarettes and weed if you're not bothering anybody. Why is this such a problem? Said Jasmine, a local resident. Well, Jasmine, I feel like I should let you know there is a big difference between cigarettes and weed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But let's go on. She went on to say, I've actually made friends just going around and smoking like, hey, more communication. We aren't on our phones all the time, which makes
That's
sense.
kind of true.
There are still rules to follow when it comes to smoking marijuana in public. Possession is limited to less than 3 ounces.
Less. All right, less. Come on now.
Shit, can you imagine just walking around with 3 ounces?
Right. Wow.
Shit. Yeah, anyways, so less than 3 ounces, and users must be 21 or older, and driving under the influence is still illegal. The Jazz Fest organizers at the Rochester Police Department said they have not run into any problems with marijuana use at this year's festival. For some people, it's novel to enjoy marijuana in public presence like the Jazz Fest. You are more so at your own peace. You are more so at your own peace. You are not being bothered for smoking your own weed. You are not being bothered at all because it's legalized, said Victoria, a local resident. Legalization means public use at many concerts and festivals will be more common. With that, marijuana manners are becoming more discussed, and several books have already been written on the topic.
Awesome article.
Marijuana manners, so.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Well,
kind of.
I don't know. So here's my question. So like people like in the neighborhood, you go outside, they'll smoke a cigarette. Sometimes like when my neighbors are smoking, I'll get the smoke coming in the windows and be like, look, it's like cigarette smoke. Close my window or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Should I not then have the same right to smoke a joint outside? And
Of course.
feel like I'm encroaching on anybody's
Yeah,
freedom
I
or
would
whatever?
prefer weed smoke blowing in my window instead of cigarettes. And I smoke, but I don't like the smell of smoke on somebody else.
It's nice outside. My wife does not
Yeah.
like the smell of smoke, so I smoke outside. Then she doesn't like me smoking outside because she's like the neighbors. Oh, fuck, what am I supposed to do?
See, I had a saying to that back when I lived in my apartment, my first place I lived, and it was "fuck the neighbors." But I lived on the 3rd floor, so I'd stomp around yelling that. My neighbors probably didn't like me, but whatever. That's what happens when you're 18 years old and move into apartment by yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
fuck the neighbors. I don't fucking care.
Half the time they're doing something else.
Right.
I meant to show it. Yeah, happy you enjoyed the ride, Jody. I know it was a blast. I had a blast on there.
Yes.
Definitely went super hard. Seen a lot of sunburnt individuals.
Lots. I thought my legs was gonna look like Aquaman's or something for me having on a net, and because I thought I was gonna burn. I was like, "Oh God, please don't let this happen." But it didn't. I didn't get burnt, so I was kind of lucky.
Yeah, definitely was exhausted afterwards, but like I was more exhausted the day after. So yesterday, like I woke up, everything was all sore and just drained, felt a little nauseous. But
yeah, yesterday was rest day.
I felt fine. I didn't have any issues. I don't know what was the matter with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Melanin was popping, you know what I'm saying? Everything was good. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too hot. You know, I was a little sweaty on the boat, but you know, I had that $4 Burlington shirt on. So it was nice and breezy. You know, the material is not too expensive, so it's super light and the wind goes right through it. Yeah, I hit the doors all day. Jody's burnt. Ooh. But you know that, man, that top deck was hot.
It was
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. Damn.
Yeah.
I hid under the little piece of shade there for most of it.
Yeah, and then that second deck was also a little warm and toasty.
It was hot.
The third, third deck was
third
hot.
one.
Then the first deck was
Oh man.
you know, a little.
I took a little.
The second deck was cool. It had some AC, but it was hot because there was people. You know, more bodies, more heat. And then the first deck, that was pretty cool most of the time. I was down there chilling, and yeah, I just kept moving. I was never in one spot.
I did not stand in one spot. I would have passed.
I'm horrible at events. Like I'm horrible. I be trying to make sure I'll be moving and grooving. Like say hi to everybody, make sure everybody's good. Somebody fainted. Here, I'm on the way down there, man. Shit, they ain't gonna turn the boat around, are they? Oh, they good? Okay, let's go. Yeah, man, events suck for me. I didn't even really get to vend at my table much either, man. That's
no, there actually wasn't a lot of action up there. I think because it was so hot.
Yeah.
Somehow I did sell a hoodie though.
A hoodie at $100
Yes.
Yep.
But you know,
they're
something
gonna
like
take that home and wear it on a good day.
Yeah.
Right.
Or if you work in a warehouse or something, they come in handy.
Yeah,
Some warehouse. Yeah.
They'll be like, man, I wish I had a hoodie. You know, even in the summertime when it's not 100 degrees, it gets a little cool at night.
Yeah, at night is perfect. Yeah. Like I keep a hoodie.
We do have some things coming up this week. Is it this week or next weekend? Will be a Twin Cities Pride. Is it this weekend?
This weekend, yeah.
4 days.
I know.
Yeah, 4 days.
4 days. Okay.
Yeah, I should have listened. I should have listened to y'all and took that day.
Yep.
So this weekend will be a Twin Cities Pride. You can find us in the Power to the People section. If you want to come check us out, come by and check out the booth. We'll be set up down there with some information and handouts and some giveaways. I think we got giveaway stuff, cards or something like that.
Yeah, we get some people. Yep.
Anyway, we're going to be set up at Twin Cities Pride. So if you missed us there last year or the year before that, the last 5 years, you'll get to catch us here this year. It's going to be a good time. Are they doing the parade this year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's my first
I'm
time.
not sure.
I think they are.
No, they didn't do
In the
it last.
past, we've been in the parade, but I know they didn't do it last year. Yeah, they didn't do a lot of stuff last year. And even this year, the May Day was canceled. That sucks. Is that done? Is that done for good, or is that just
they
done
don't
for...
have funding? Yeah,
That's
they were.
normal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what's up with legalization? Is that done or?
Finance said, yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
Parade on Sunday.
So, It's gonna be nice out there. Shout out Sign of Black. Thank you
Yay,
for joining us.
Signa!
Coming through with the hydration packs. Jim, you had some
Yes.
packs too, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
never
should have
got
came
access
to you,
none of
Jenny.
those.
I know. I was
Yeah,
like, I should have
never
came
did.
to Jenny.
I'm gonna
Only
always
few.
be bringing them to events that are hot like that because I think it's very important for people to stay hydrated.
Yep, it definitely is, man. I'm glad everybody had a good ride and nobody was too bad. Oh, yeah, it was hot. But on a good upper note, yeah, they wanted us to know if we're gonna do it again.
I've heard
Woo!
people already saying that you told them August. Is that
Right. It
August?
literally.
Well, you know, when I booked the first one, I did book a date in August. So I did book a date in August, but it's still gonna be kind of hot in August, man. I don't want to die again. So,
Oh,
well, I didn't
Last
die
year
the
was
first
pretty
time, but
hot.
it was rough.
yeah.
Maybe push it back to like September or something after the state fair when it's a little.
Ooh.
That might be rough though, because kids are going back to school.
Yeah.
But even though on a Sunday,
Fall colors.
on a Sunday, it should still be good, right?
Yeah, you would think so. At least, I mean, it's not a kid event, but I mean, yeah. On a
It's
Sunday,
not a
one
kid
parent,
event.
one
Right.
parent can stay home while the other one goes, or they can
Yeah.
Sunday easy out thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't trust babysitters, but my kids are in enough now where they can.
Well, shit, I just don't trust babies, period. Like, I'm not leaving you here.
Right.
Nope.
Like
Nope.
my
Lionel's
2-year-old
an adult.
granddaughter. Oh God. Man. Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
you
I
on
think-
that one.
Yeah, I think we could do another one. I mean, if you guys want to do another one, I mean,
Sure.
I guess I'll fill out the community, see what people think, if they had a good time, if they think it'd be dope to do another one.
I already know what the answer.
Somebody already
response is gonna be
said I'm ready for another ride. Jody.
I think it'd be way better if it's not burning hot weather.
Mm-hmm. Like
Because I really
that.
did enjoy it, but it'd be good to sit on the top and look at the water and. But if it's burning hot, nobody want to do that.
I was in the front, like the Titanic, like standing there, like, oh yeah, wind just blow me away.
Matt said he was gonna dive in the water. I'm like, what? I'm diving in the water, man.
Callus was like, boat.
They bring them squirt guns.
Yeah, I got
3 more.
I never got one of those squirt guns, but I was setting up my camera and I kept filling water. I'm thinking I'm spilling water on my. Like, how did I get? There ain't no water in my cup. How's it getting on my leg? I'm walking around with my tripod, fill it again, man. Turn around, man. Brandy was squirting me in the legs with water.
Yeah, they had a few over at their table. I seen them come fill them up, and then Vari had a few, and I got one that leaked, so I just kept squirting it everywhere. Not at people, but
They probably would have loved that water.
But you know what? I gotta give it up to the boat though, man. They kept them big water tubs with ice filled with water. Every time I needed some water, it was right there. No matter what floor I was on, there was one full.
There was somebody walking around literally.
That's what I was gonna
water
say.
tubs for everybody.
There was employees that came by and asked,
Man, they were the best.
Do you need a cup of water?
Top you off.
Man, we gotta get them together, man.
Yeah.
Man,
They were awesome.
maybe I'll do a post in the group, man. If you're on the boat, I'm gonna tag the boat in the post. I think we should all go on there and give them 5 stars on their Google reviews.
Yes.
Doesn't sound like much to us, but for a business,
it's a lot.
For everything, man. So I think we should all go on there and thank them for the ride and service and drop some reviews. Staff security was the shit. Shout out to my family. Big security, man. I didn't even know he was.
They were awesome.
Like, man, this is my people. Like, what up, man? Yeah, yo, the security.
Yes, shout out MIB.
Yeah,
they were the best.
Audio on the boat.
Yes, yeah.
So the boat, that's who the boat got.
Yeah, that's the security they hired.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
I was wondering, like, he was like, next time I want to work for you.
Yeah. I mean, we can work it out, man. And we gotta, But yeah, man, that shit was dope, man.
Awesome.
Man, they
It
did
was
great out
epic.
there.
Like I
It was
said,
really
it was
nice to
epic.
have
They
them
said it
with
was gonna
all of the
be epic.
people that, had medical problems. Like they
Yep,
were
they were helping.
very like
Yeah,
on top of it,
Yeah.
yep,
quick to help somebody, like get them to the air conditioning, do whatever
yeah.
they
That was,
needed. And I mean, the boat employees did it as well, but it was nicer to have, security guys able to like actually help
Yeah.
somebody down the stairs
Mm-hmm.
versus,
right.
Yeah.
somebody like
Yeah.
us trying to stumble with somebody down the stairs. Like,
Oh, I ain't gonna stumble. Where they at? Put them on my back. Let's go.
All right.
okay, like me, who would stumble?
Throw him across this muscle.
Pump
Or
up,
muscles are
pump.
like,
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was definitely dope, man. If you guys are really interested in doing another one, I'm just gonna say this, man. It is a lot of work for me specifically. It's stressful, making sure everything works. But some of the people that were on the boat enjoyed the boat so much that they're willing to help us to do it in the future.
Yeah.
It's sponsors, so then I don't have to, pay for it myself. But that would be awesome because then maybe we
Yes.
can reduce the ticket prices a little bit.
Ooh, they would love
Uh,
that.
The way it stands, we can't reduce the ticket prices much because I have
Not
to be
too
able to
much.
compensate for everything plus the music plus all the extras and extras. But if we can get help, I think we could do. We really could do 2 or 3 a year.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Maybe.
I have a quick question, and maybe this is not the right spot for it, but
Oh, yep, not the right spot. No, I'm kidding.
the food,
The food, right?
Yeah.
did they run out at all? I feel like they were prepared.
I don't know. Did they run out?
So,
I don't think so.
so I feel like they're prepared for stoners.
Yeah, I
Some
think
of the
they
places I
did.
saw had like 3 or 4 burgers on them, and it was like stacked up like
Like
cloudy
the
with a
Popeyes do.
cloudy with a
The-
chance of meatballs type.
I was looking like, what kind of food we got down there?
Hey, the food. Hey, was the food good?
It was good though, yeah.
It was good. Now, see, I was a little worried because I paid for food for everybody on the boat. But if everybody on the boat is eating 3 servings, then everybody on the boat isn't going to eat. And I was a little concerned because there was nobody
Me
really
too.
managing line. Like people were just
I
going through.
know.
But it turns out that everybody ate that was going to eat.
And they were still eating until we got off the boat, I think, until they put the stuff away. I think so.
Oof. So that was good. So
Yeah, hell yeah.
we did good, man.
Yeah.
High fives again, man. Again, I can't go too far. I got a wall right there. Air
high five,
fry, baby.
Marshall. High five, high five.
Jody said,
He's over here laying down. trying to high
somebody said they were getting their wimpy on.
Yeah.
Wimpy from Popeyes, the burger
Yeah.
guy.
or from our buttons.
Yeah. For cannabis, but yeah. It was great, dope. Well, I think
Jody
that's
said, what do you think of 420 on the farm? I've always wanted to do that, a barn party, Jody. 420. Yeah.
That could be dope. I think we need to go back to the Capitol.
Yeah.
I know we took this year off because
Because we took
some
this year
people
off.
wanted to be more grown up at the Capitol this year and not be weed smoking, but I think we need to go take over the Capitol next year. That's what I think.
So yes.
We got 300
Yes.
people. We got 300 people on the boat. We should be able to get.
Oh man, we
At
can
the
turn that
Capitol
capital
for free.
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think we could
I
get
don't
at
know
least.
about on 420 at the farm, but like maybe on a day for, you know what I mean? Like plan like a Sunday on the farm and we'll just call it 420 on the farm.
Where's the farm? I don't know. Where
I don't
the farm
know.
is.
Yeah, we gotta find someone. Oh,
Right, so we can
my
do
friend.
that.
yeah, we do
Yeah.
got somebody with a farm. Stony.
Like
Yeah, there's a couple people. I know there was a lady
Yeah.
on our Zoom last week that said she had some land in Zimmer, Minnesota too.
Ooh. Ooh,
And
that
then
would
B Down's got a spot that he said maybe we could potentially do a camping trip.
what?
I don't know. We got a lot of dope things coming, y'all. But before that, make sure you guys get registered to vote. Even though we're not
Yes.
go to registrations yet. We will be doing registrations. Are we doing registrations at Pride?
Saturday.
I think
We
I
could.
think, yes.
Yeah, we should.
so.
Registrations.
We should get them done.
Yeah.
Turn them in. But if you're not registered to vote, make sure you get registered to vote. Make sure you pledge to vote. We do have a pledge to vote form, 1 million Minnesotans for cannabis
Yep.
legalization. We haven't been sharing that form as much as we should, but we will
We're gonna start.
This is an election year, so make sure you do your research on the legislators running for office in your district. We'll do the best we can to inform you on who supports legalization and who doesn't. I'm just going to put this out there. Majority of the cannabis candidates that are on the ballot are not going to legalize marijuana. I'm just going to put that out there. Just saying.
Just warning.
I'm saying.
Fact.
If you want to do a protest vote, you vote the way you want to vote. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, third party, it doesn't matter. But if we actually
Right.
want to legalize marijuana in Minnesota, you got to do one of two things. One, get Republican legislators to support cannabis legalization. So if your legislator is Republican, if you're a Republican, reach out to your legislators and get them to take a solid stance on cannabis legalization, and and require them to go against the party to do that. And that, that's a lot, but that's what we got to do. Otherwise, we got to vote in, legislators that are actually going to change the law. And obviously we know the DFL has been doing a lot to push legalization in Minnesota, and the Republican side has been blocking it in the Senate. So one of two things: reach out to the Republican legislators, tell them they need to legalize marijuana. If you're a Republican and a constituent, reach out to them and tell them, hey, if you don't support legalization, I'm gonna vote for a cannabis party. Otherwise, I know Republicans are not likely to vote for Democrats. That's rare.
Very.
But you could vote third party. Otherwise, that's the only process. I'm speaking on behalf of myself, not Normal. Normal is a nonpartisan 501c4 organization. We do lobbying, and we're not going to tell you who to vote for. But me as a person, I'm going to tell you,
See who you're.
don't vote right. We're never going to get legalization. And if you don't reach out to your legislators and change their minds, then we're also not going to get legalization. So it's got to be one or the other.
And most of the time, by being election time, you will be getting like emails from probably your Senate. Respond to them.
Yep.
Respond to them.
And they'll be at parades.
Yeah.
They'll be at all the parades. They'll be obviously marching, trying to let you know that they're running for office. They're going to have signs out there. If you're at a parade or a fair or something like that, go to your legislator and tell them specifically how you feel about cannabis legalization. If they're a DFLer, give them a high five if they supported. I know there were some DFLers that voted no, so give them a thumbs down. And if they're a Republican and they supported, I know there was about 5 Republicans that actually voted yes on HF 600 to get that passed. So huge shout out to those legislators, including my legislator, Keith Frankie. He's the shit. He's a good dude, man. Shout out Park Cafe. It's also Paul. Anyway, doing shout outs and shit. Anyway, thank you guys. Dope show today. It's almost 11 o'clock. We didn't even do the smoke session portion, but we'll try to get back to that. Sorry, you guys. We had some technical difficulties. And plus, Vari had us out on the boat all weekend.
I know.
You already know.
You made us have too much fun.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do the best we can to make sure you guys have all the information you need. We are building a new coalition. I'll keep you guys updated on that information as it,
It's bigger.
better.
Yes.
Huge shout out to all of the vendors that vended on the boat. Huge shout
Yes,
out
you guys.
with Sensible Change. She was the only nonprofit that came out to hang out with us on the boat.
Yeah.
Besides, obviously, Normal crew, but we didn't do much to hang out and enjoy the festivities.
Just
But we'll see you guys tomorrow. Vard, you got any words of wisdom for them?
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. I like that. It's
Wait,
hot as hell.
I don't know how to
wish I had a
swim.
swimming pool.
I say, hold on, I don't know how to swim.
Oh, you know how to swim, we'll just keep floating.
I'll doggy paddle.
Bar, you're gonna have to play the music for him, man.
All right, I'm on it. Yeah, we will get that pledge to vote form posted in the group as well.
Yes, it will be posted all over Facebook.
Starting tomorrow. So with that, hopefully you guys have a great day, and we will see you Manana. Is that right?
Manana. Yes.